What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Stacey Tisdale, my Wealth Wednesday partner, is here with me.
Happy Wealth Wednesdays, everybody. We're taking you way up again down the path to prosperity, and we wanted to continue the amazing conversation that we started last week with the gentleman of Path to Prosperity about the Way Up Prosperity Challenge and bring in some people who have done it, because I know a lot of you out there are questioning, what are all these challenges? Who are all these experts? So we want to show you why we partner with these guys and why we think why we know they're so legit.
Now, Storm Leroy from Path to Prosperity is here. You're a New Yorker, so
Yes.
now.
Yes. Born and bred in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you guys have us here a second time. Like I said, due to the climate, we felt like it was a must that we bring somebody up here, two people up here, powerful individuals who's actually partake in the challenge and how it's changed their life. Mm-hmm. And I won't delay any longer. I'll let them introduce themselves to you guys.
Okay. Hi, my name is Rosa Rodriguez, and I am a mompreneur. I help other mompreneurs create their own high-ticket coaching program, even if they're still working a 9-to-5.
Okay. And just to start with you, Rosa, I was telling you this off the mic. A lot of women will hit me up and be like, well, you know, I'm a mom. I have this going on. It's really scary for me to step out on my own because I do have a family that I need to support. So how did you link up, first of all, with Path to Prosperity in the first place?
So I had already started my coaching program, but I wanted something more that could take me to the next level. And when I heard about the challenge, I was really excited because it's, you know, they talk about different outlets. And for me, I just needed to learn more about how to put all those things in place. I felt like all the things that we had, my 401k from work or real estate that I had at home, I didn't know how to use it. I thought that was actually like my retirement plan. Mm-hmm. And then they really taught me how to really use the thing that I already had in my power to be able to get further.
Rosa, you did the challenge exactly 1 year ago.
Yes,
last
I sure
June.
did.
Rosa did the Path to Prosperity Challenge in June.
Yep.
And by August, you were able to quit your 9-to-5. What the heck happened, girl? what happened in your mind to make that even possible?
Well, that's a good story because I actually had, my mindset was really one of lack. And these guys really helped me turn my mindset into an abundance mindset. And we did a 30-day sprint that when we going into the mentorship, and immediately after the 30-day sprint, I had my first 5-figure day. And that really opened up my mind to, wow, there are people out there who value what I have. And if I could do this one time, I could do it again.
Yeah, sometimes I think we also don't understand our own value.
Right. Yeah, and I think as moms, we also kind of like don't know how to charge what we're worth. And I think that's something that I encounter a lot in women who don't know or cannot say their price because they feel ashamed or they feel like, who is going to pay for something that I have to offer? Who am I to ask for this?
Right, because we're already like, okay, if I ask for this, then maybe I'll be able to get this. Or sometimes we're like, well, what can you pay? Instead of saying, this is what my price is.
It's an easy feeling to get stuck in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, I know there's a lot of questions out there with people right now. Another challenge, another expert, is this for real? What did you actually do to go to 5 figures in that day? But now you're regularly making 5 figures a month. You really stopped your 9-to-5, and they actually showed you, I think this is also a big difference with them, how to use the equity in your home to grow your business.
Yeah, so my first 5-figure day, it was, me taking my current offer that I had and then learning from Marvin, from Storm and Ash, how to turn that into a high ticket offer, which is, something that I also teach my clients. Like, how can you turn something that you already have and make it more valuable for the people? Mm-hmm. So I had my first 5-figure day from one client. So once I realized that I had something that was valuable, I said,
And what you're doing is coaching
I'm
moms how to be entrepreneurs.
Is helping that person also get her own high ticket clients. So not only was I able to get her in my program, but she was able to get herself
that word of mouth
a client. So she, it's something that you have to value, and people really start seeing you the way that you see yourself. So once I started recognizing the power in me, and they kind of pointed that out to me, like we're doing now.
Very much. Strong
that
woman.
5-figure day, there's no turning back.
No turning back. Now she's helping other moms build businesses.
Right.
You have an assistant, like you have a whole thing going on
So
now.
I just hired my first personal assistant this week. So it's, looking back at last year and where I was before the challenge is like night and day. So it's incredible.
What's awesome, we're partnering again for this WayUpProsperity.com challenge, which is June 5th through 9th.
Yes.
And Wealth Wednesdays is all about vetting all of the information that's out there so we can bring people the authentic deal. And that's why we're doing this long-term partnership with Path to Prosperity.
I like to see people who actually have successfully completed the challenge, right? So, Lonzie, let's hear your story.
Yes, indeed. He is I and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. Shout out to Uncle Snoop. My name is Lonzie Greene, affectionately known as Mr. Flip Your 401k, and I teach people how to regain their freedom back using their 401ks as the vehicle.
Okay.
And you said that when you heard, I think it was Marvin Mitchell from Path to Prosperity speaking on a podcast, and it wasn't what he said, it was how he said it, and you've actually modeled yourself after these gentlemen.
Absolutely. He talked about the infinite banking system using life insurance, and it's something that I heard before, went out one ear and out the other, but again, what resonated with me was his authenticity that was coming through his message.
Right.
And so that's what captivated me. That's what lured me. And I was at a low place, honestly, feeling unfulfilled in my job, lack of purpose. And so I thought that this was the perfect opportunity for me to search for a way out, but most importantly, a way up to elevate in my life. And so I joined the challenge completely and directly as a result of his message that I heard from him online. And my life has been different. It's changed dramatically.
So tell me, what were you doing before that? And
yeah, absolutely. So I ran a business for about 10 years, from 2008 to 2018. I had a partnership with the government contract, and in 2018 I hit a roadblock and decided, okay, I'm going to take a temporary break, and that break led to about a 4-year hiatus. So I was literally working in my job, still working my job. I love my job. I'm turning my job into my first business partner, like my mentor Storm has taught us, as a project manager and a retirement plan manager. I've been in retirement benefits administration for over 20 years. So I was literally working the monotony of work, 9 to 5, and doing that before I joined the challenge.
That was just 1 year ago.
That was just 1 year ago.
1 year ago. And tell everybody, I know what you've done, but tell people what you've done.
Yeah, absolutely. So since the challenge, I have started a car rental business, and it goes back to what I learned in the challenge. It's just, sometimes you could just take one thing said in a challenge by someone that could change your life. And Marvin said, hey, evaluate your situation. Start turning your liabilities into assets. And so, I had a few vehicles in my possession, and that's what I did. I transformed those liabilities, which was my commuter cars going back and forth to work, and now I have them on the road and they pay the notes, all right? And so that was one thing. Another thing that I've done is rather than putting my purpose in a parking lot, which is what I've done for so long, I now am propelling to prosperity and am helping others along the way. So I become a financial coach. And so I'm teaching people that have been in a similar situation as me, that has been stuck in their jobs, looking for a way up, to show them how to use what they have right in front of them to get to where they need to be. And I'm talking about their employer retirement savings plan. I've also ran the play. The template is already there in the challenge. The template is there. You get enough information in the challenge to do what is necessary to change your life and your family's life and your community's life. So what I've done is what these gentlemen have done. I started my life insurance policy for myself and my family. We've created a whole life insurance policy, properly structured. and we become our own bank through that process. Then we became our own bank again by investing in a real estate. So now we have closed on a real estate investment deal where we are lending money, lending capital to builders to build affordable housing within the community in which I live, and they are paying us back with interest. So we have become our own bank multiple times. And then not only that, now we are becoming the authority of our story, like Ash teaches us. Become the authority of our story and monetize our message. So I have literally ran the play, and I owe that all to what I've learned in the challenge, hosted and facilitated by these dynamic gentlemen, Marvin, Storm, and Ash.
This
Now,
is
Storm-
all since 1 year ago. That's incredible.
All in 1 year. Yeah.
Let me ask you this for when it comes to Path to Prosperity. For people who sign up for the challenge, right? Sometimes there's going to be stories of people who, nothing happens.
Yes.
Obviously we can see here with Rosa and Lonzie, that's not their story.
Right.
So what would you say to people that are doing this challenge? How do you get the most benefit out of this? Because you do still have to implement it. It's not like your life is just going to change on its own just from joining a challenge.
100%. Just a reminder, wayupprosperity.com. Go there and sign up for the challenge, wayupprosperity.com. You said some key things here. People have to get out of their own way. They think, a lot of times we think it's microwave. You think money can solve the problem. Money is just a form of energy. You're using that to create some type of energy in your life. You're taking that money now, you're investing in a challenge, but you have to do the work. Is information on us, implementation is on you. We can give you every ingredient you need to make the cake, but guess who has to actually bake that cake? You have to do that. So a lot of people assume that now that you have this information, you join this challenge and we gave you this information, they go, okay, now can you do it for me? It's like, no, you have to understand the process, because we're actually teaching you not just to become a better person for yourself, but for your family, for your legacy, for your community. Everything that we teach is a blueprint that when you follow it, it's proven. It's information that a lot of us have been deprived. So yeah, we don't have every single person who finds their way through, but one thing they can say is it's on me. It's not on them.
But you offer a lot of support to help people through the
God,
process. It's not like 5-day challenge and you're done.
No.
They offered a lot of support, and one thing I want you both to talk about is the community. These two do business with each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we actually did a challenge together, and
We met in the challenge.
we met
And they
in
created a challenge.
And we
Oh, you
created
created
our
a
own
challenge.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We teach them to implement what we've taught. Yeah.
So they not only teach us, they show us exactly what to do to attract our own people, and we monetized our challenge, and now that those clients continue to grow with us, so they're gonna have their own challenges. So it's just a community that helps each other, and whenever I need something, we have this saying that Moss came up with: before you reach out, we reach in. So we go within the community to find the things that we need, and then we build each other up.
That's what we're trying to do, build a wayupprosperity.com community.
Yes.
That's going to just be ongoing opportunities to build wealth.
Yeah, it's important to actually create this community, not just for yourself. Like, a community is so important now because we're getting these messages and people don't know where to go. You're really looking every single place, but once you find a home for yourself, that's where you realize you've been missing something all along, because even within the platforms that are giving you Facebook and the Instagram, it's still underlying messages where you hear one way to create, to do insurance. You hear one way about buying real estate. Nobody's actually telling you the wrong way, but there's some holes in there where it might not be for you. Find out the right one. And inside this 5-day challenge, wayupprosperity.com, you'll exactly find out. If it's not real estate, guess what? Telling your story, being an author is one. Creating a bank, that may be the other option. Insurance is a must. If you have car insurance and you don't have life insurance, it's a problem. But I'll let Lonzie talk about some other options. You guys got more questions? That's the man right there.
Yeah, absolutely. we talk about community, and it's so many different paths to prosperity, right? And so we have top tier coaches that's within this community. I mean, in all different type of spaces. We talked about car rental spaces, but what about credit? You know, credit is just as important as well, leveraging other people's money, right? And so you have individuals that's in the short-term rental space like Greg Murray and Erin Anderson that's in our community. You have credit specialists like Brandy Baldry, right? And then you have Offer Mastery, right? Offer Mastery, hosted by Damon Dillard. So you have these phenomenal top-tier coaches that are teaching us the way to get up to our path to prosperity. Excuse me.
All right. So again, wayupprosperity.com, right? That's how people can join the challenge.
Got to join that challenge to change your life. That's it. Wayupprosperity.com. When you get inside this challenge, understand you're spending 5 days with 3 gentlemen who are the authority in what we do.
Let's talk about that as far as being, because I know Marvin, he's been doing his with insurance for what, 17 years?
Yeah, about 17 years. And he's been voted, he's in the Hall of Fame for what he does.
Okay.
The Financial Hall of Fame.
And your story, Storm Leroy, so people, in case they don't know.
That's right. I bought my first piece of real estate, don't age me. In 1999, I bought my first piece of real estate.
Yeah.
1999, I bought my first piece of real estate, and I've been involved with real estate and investing out of state real estate for almost 10 years now. I've purchased over 40 properties that I've never seen, never touched them. I've learned to build out teams, and I understood the power of what your salary can do. And when I've learned that out of state investing and building teams, I was able to leave my job within a few years, owning over $3 million worth of assets outside of my current properties. Well, when I bought in 1999, it's not the brownstone that made me fortunate to be able to leave work. It was understanding building systems and teams made it possible for me to leave work. Your time is valuable.
And Ash Cash, let's talk about his credentials.
Oh, my God. Ash Cash is the authority. He's been a banker for a credit union. He's managed different several levels of banking. Ash is the best in understanding how finances work. He's a credited author. He's written over 13 books. I think he has 2 more dropping. He's currently finishing my book, which will be out in a month or 2.
Woo-woo.
Yeah.
And great. Ash is the best at what he does. He's also teaching people how to leverage the AI technology now with also creating your stories.
Oh, we need to learn how to do that.
God, he's a mastermind. So understand, this is a place where you're going to definitely find what you need, and we will unlock things in you that you really didn't know that were inside of you. Because the key thing is you don't know what you don't know.
Ash is the reason you're here.
Yes.
I know Ash because
yes.
13 years ago, Ash used to teach my son financial literacy at World of Money Camp every summer. And that's when I got to know the type of person Ash was.
And I think that's important.
Right.
Right.
My own,
Your own
you guys
child.
are here because my own child, she knows all that means to me. Ash was just the real deal.
Yeah.
And you also see these gentlemen's authenticity. The people your challenge has attracted. You had Magic Johnson drop in. You had A-Rod drop in. Just incredible
TD
stuff.
Jakes also
TD
stopped
Jakes,
by, and he was a keynote speaker at our event we did last year. He blessed us with coming out, and we're looking forward to doing another event. But yeah, you're only able to attract these kind of people when you're being genuine. Like, I don't know, none of us, me, Marvin, Ash, we don't know how to be other than ourselves. We love to be amongst our community. We love to host events 4 times a year. We have meetups where we make sure our mentees meet each other.
Right.
It's not just on the screen. This is a family.
You feel like it's been a big problem in general, just with a lot of people doing these different classes and coaching. We see a lot of that. And so I think it's important to know people's credentials before you also, because there are a lot of people out there. How do you know what's the right one?
Yeah. It's a lot of people are, unfortunately, they're just taking what they hear and they're regurgitating that. So what you really need to do is find out, what are the fruits from the tree?
Right.
Like, here's our fruits right here from our tree. You know, if someone just pops up and they're giving great information, well, maybe they got that great information from someone else. You need to actually ask them, see what's going on. Do they have a community? That's the key thing. If they don't have a community and they're just, and another key thing is, do they have a mentor? I have a mentor. Me, Marvin, and Ash, we have mentors. Our mentor, they have a mentor. So actually, you're getting 3 levels of information from us, from them. And I wholeheartedly understand the power of what my mentor has done for me and what it's done for them. And now they're getting that. And we tell them all the time, we just left our mentor. We got some great information. Our mentorship is 6 figures. So when we get it, they're getting it at a bargain price of what it is. But guess what? That's information we would have never known.
What do you say to people who are afraid right now because they have trusted the wrong person? And, you know, we're just seeing headline after headline after headline about that.
It's like a relationship. You don't let one bad relationship stop you from going out there to seek happiness. You're going to actually learn from that mistake. The key thing is vet. Trust but verify. You always have to, you cannot give up on what you believe you deserve. If you deserve abundance in your life, you deserve not to continuously say, I'm going to work and I'm going to be miserable, then guess what? Happiness is out there. There's a greater thing, but if you allow that one situation to stop you from seeking that, you now gave in. You're now the victim.
And lastly, I want to say community is really important. And I do feel like one of the main things, just seeing how you two have connected with each other and done your own challenge, it is important to be around like-minded people. Because I think that's what really challenges you and pushes you to go to the next level and unlock things in yourself that you may not have even known existed. And so for me, I just know I've been really more intentional about who I'm around, who I'm having these conversations with, because it's way different than people who are like, oh, you can't do that. That'll never work. That'll never happen. Than to be around people who are trying to figure out, okay, and executing. You know, so I just want to say that part of it, the community that you speak of, that is going to be one of the main things that help you become successful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. And finally, track record. Angela and I have been doing Wealth Wednesdays for 6 years, and we've introduced the world to so many different people, so many different influencers, so many different organizations, and we've never had one problem, because what we put out on Wealth Wednesdays, what we put out on this show, it's our reputations
very much
as
so.
well as your reputation. So this is all about vetting and finding the right people, and I'm so proud of, we've touched hundreds of millions of people over the last 6 years and never a glitch.
I want to thank you guys for that. Allowing us to be here and allowing this platform.
Absolutely. I've always approached it like that.
And last time when we had Path to Prosperity on, when I was on the Breakfast Club, you know, that had an amazing reception. And even people who I know who are hitting me up like, oh, that's my guy right there. Or, you know, even as individuals, that makes me feel more, you know, like, okay, good. I know we did a great thing. And I do want everybody to become whatever it is that you want, I want you to be able to achieve it. For some people, it's not necessarily just, you know, finances. There's other things that are fulfilling, but I feel like even being able to be philanthropic, right, that takes for you to be able to have the ability to make money to be able to invest in other people.
Yeah, money is just a transfer of energy. You know, it's a tool. You're using it to create something. Either that can be happiness, that could be sadness, that could be property, that could be legacy, but it's a tool, use it the right way. At wayupprosperity.com.
Yes.
We look forward to having you guys there.
And the challenge is
you
June
guys.
5th through 9th, so sign up now, wayupprosperity.com.
And when y'all have your success stories, you can come up here and we'll talk about it.
Exactly.
Gotta do
Exactly.
it.
Yes.
And I know everybody out there also loves our after party.
Hey.
And tonight our after party with Jay White is going to have none other than Boo Williams, who is a legend in basketball for student athletes. He got Nike into the student athlete market and got Nike to start creating shoes for young people. And he also started the Nike AAU basketball circuit.
Wow.
We're really excited.
Powerful.
And Boo's coming up a lot now because of the movie Air that's out right now.
I just
Matt
watched that. That was a
Damon.
great movie.
Oh, I have to watch
And
it.
Ben
It was really
Affleck
good.
that tells that story. So you want to go to Team Ye Facebook page tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. After party with Jay White has Boo Williams on.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and sharing your story with us. We appreciate it.
Pleasure.
And congratulations on all your success.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so 1 year from now, if I'm not sitting on some beach somewhere,
Hey,
we got a problem.
you guys are going to be in the challenge.
Yeah, so we're
Definitely.
doing
They're taking
it.
the challenge
Yeah.
with us, and it's nothing but success.
Yeah.
You're going to learn a lot from it.